For center number 5, you're going to need to get a copy of the Culliton Cafe menu. It's on blue paper. It's folded in half. Put your first and last name here. And primarily, you're going to be doing some silent reading. I might be working with you a little bit on math to work a little bit on percentages if needed. But primarily, you get to just sit and read today. So I know some of you are really excited about that and have been asking for a day to just read your books. So on the front, you're going to see your menu and all of your prices today. The main course, of course, is that you're going to be reading, and you're going to be renting your book from me for 18 cents per minute. And then you're going to pick what type of seat you're sitting in. Did you pick a dorm chair or a camp chair? That's going to cost $8.72. Are you sitting in a rocking chair or a regular chair? And I don't know why my document camera has all these numbers so blurry, but you have the paper in front of you and should be able to see it just fine. And then thanks to some donations from parents, I was able to get some cookies, and you get to pick whether you want Oreos or Chips Ahoy. If you pick Oreos, you're paying $3.45. If you pick Chips Ahoy, you're paying $3.13. And then you can pick one piece of candy to enjoy as well while you're reading, and that's 43 cents. Now, in the inside, this is where you're going to do your bill. You're going to calculate the total with tax and tip, just like if you were going out to eat somewhere. I am going to be using different numbers here that do not match the front of the menu because I don't want you to use my same numbers. You're going to apply it using some different numbers. Right? So the first thing you're going to do is write your book title punctuated and capitalized under book rental. Mine is gone, capitalizing the first, last, and important words, and then underlining titles. If we were typing it, we would italicize it. And my tax is 22, or my cost is 22 cents. And we're going to assume you're going to be reading for about 32 minutes. So 32 minutes times 22 cents is $7.04. And then my seat I picked was a camp chair, and that's going to cost me $4.91. And again, this is different from your pricing, so don't copy these numbers down. And that's going to go into my total. I decided on Chips Ahoy, $2.72, so I put that amount over here, and I had a high chew, which is 37 cents. And so the first thing I need to do to find my subtotal is add all of the things that I'm purchasing or using. And my total came to $15.04. Now over here, I have a place for you to show your work as you figure out your tax. So when you figure out your tax, you take your subtotal and you're timesing it by the tax. So the tax in Geauga County is 6.75%. We know there's no such thing as percent in math. We've got to change this to a decimal. So you move the decimal over, and I'm going to times that by 0.0675. And if I do that on my calculator, I want to show you how it's going to look on the calculator. Was 15.04 times 0.0675. My answer was 1.0152. Now, in math terms, when we're talking about money, we want to round it to the nearest cent. So we look at the number that comes after it. If it's 5 or greater, we round this number up. If it's under 5, we just leave it the same. So since this is above 5, I'm going to round this up to 2. And so my tax amount is going to be $1.02. Now, I'm going to add that total that I had, $15.04, to what my new tax amount is, and that gives me $16.06. The next step is to figure out your tip. Now, in standard etiquette is to tip 10, 15, or 20%. Usually leave 10% if the service is not great, 15 if it's okay, 20 if it's exemplary. I am your waitress today, so you better give me a 20% tip. I have done this job before a couple of different times that I've waitressed, and I know how hard that is, so I am always giving a tip of 20%. But you can pick what you want to do. So I'm going to take what I had, my total with tax, and I'm going to multiply it by my tip. So I'm going to do 20%. Again, I've got to change that to a decimal, so times 0.20. And so 1606 times 0.20 is 3.212. Again, I want to round it to the nearest cent. I'm going to look at the number that comes after it. Since it's less than 5, I'm going to leave this as it is. So my new total is 321. And then I'm going to take that tip amount and I have to add it to what I had. 1606 plus 321. And that gave me my total of $19.27. Okay, once you have this done, then your time is spent reading. If you need any help with doing this, then raise your hand. But hopefully walking through this, you can do the same process. You're just using some different numbers than what I have. And I do have calculators at the center to help you.